Welcome to the Transfer Exchange Show. We are live. It's the England game. The game of all games. The quarterfinal versus Ukraine. It's on. Is it coming home? I can feel the tension, the passion rising. Everyone nodding their head like, yes, this is it. This is it. Do not mess this up, England. Right? I'm hearing a lot of confident people on the radio. People are throwing out 4-1s, 5-1s, 10-1s. Calm down, people. This is England, yeah? I'll take a 1-0 right now. Nathan, how are you feeling?
Feeling very, very optimistic about today.
All right. I'm not going to ask you, Steve. How you feel? I want some realism, please. There's too many people throwing out high scores right now, and I just need to know that this is tournament football, and we lost to Iceland a few years ago. The last time we was in this tournament, so we need to remember that. Yeah. All right.
I've been.
You're smiling too much, Steve. It's worrying me.
Look, I'm like everybody else. I mean, I believe. I believe, and there's still something in the air. But no, there's still, just quickly, there's, they've got to be serious about this, and I can't see it being 5-1 or 10-1s or anything like that. So we've got to keep our head on our shoulders.
We do. The team news is out. Jordan Pickford in goal. He's had an excellent tournament. I'd probably say one of the goalkeepers of the tournament so far, along with Donnarumma. He's been excellent as well. Carl Walker's in the team. Steady Eddie. Got to rely on his experience and pace there. Luke Shaw, he's had a very good tournament so far. Hopefully he's getting plenty of crosses in today. Declan Rice, a steady Eddie in the middle, next to Calvin Phillips. Harry Maguire in the team again. Harry Kane. Hopefully he's got his scoring boots on. He broke his duck last time. Hopefully he can continue that form. Raheem Sterling, probably one of our best players so far this tournament. He's been excellent. The pace, movement, his dribbling has been untouchable. Jadon Sancho. The man is just not in the picture. He's in the starting lineup. We've been waiting to see him. The Germans are wondering how he's not been in the team. We've been waiting. Secret weapon, people. We bring them out when we need them, and Mason Mount is back in the team. Some are surprised by that, some not so surprised by that. Mason Mount seems to be his go-to guy. Was out due to COVID, but he's back in the squad. Nathan, what do you think of the starting lineup?
Starting lineup's pretty good. Obviously, not the team I would have started with, but we have got enough firepower there. We do have the players that, the interchangeable players that I would use. They're playing right now. Mount is used, and Sancho's getting used as well. So that's good. There are two players, one player who can run with it and make things happen, assist king, and he can still get a goal himself in Sancho. Great to see him starting and getting a full night. Getting a chance to play a full 90. And then Mount coming in. For me, I've always said I'd rather have Foden in that hole there than Mount. I think Foden's got a bit more in his locker to be able to do things, but Mount still is a good player in attack. So he's got that goal threat and he can set up goals. So whether you play him or Foden, it's fine, not a problem. Then you've got the Grealish situation who's not in. But again, they're probably looking at, look, if things ain't working out, let's get him on after. Let's see if Sancho can do what Saka's done in the last few games. See if he can really take it to them. Because you do have to really make something out of nothing when you're a winger for England. You're not going to get like service where you're going to be open. You're going to have to do things like Saka does. He just really gets it and goes, that's it. I'm taking you on. I don't care what's happening. Don't care who's close to me. I'm not being safe and just laying it back to the fullback. So let's see if they can do that. And I think we can go on and win this game. It's not going to be easy. England never make it easy. But we can work hard, get the first goal, and then hopefully we can get another and then make it easy. But we can only make it easy after the hard work's put in.
Yeah, definitely. Steve, Sancho in the squad, Mount back in. What do you think Mount's going to bring? Do you think he'd be able to maybe be a bit more of a service for the likes of Harry Kane? Do you think he's picked Mount maybe for more of his defensive mindset and he can have the higher press? What do you think that's for?
Yeah, I think for like it's always been this Foden Mount, but I think he's put Mount in there because I think Mount's a little bit more reliable than what Phil Foden is. So I'm quite happy with that. Will he give the service? Will he give what Jack Grealish gives? I don't think so. I think they're different type of players, but I think I'm a bit disappointed, like Nathan, that Jack Grealish ain't starting. But I think having Jadon Sancho in the side may, counteract the fact of
Softens it up, doesn't it? Yeah.
yeah, the fact that he's playing and he could do what Jack Grealish does on the other side of the pitch. What I want to see tonight, I want to see it. I want to see quick passing. I want to see it, past that quick, in transition. I want passing quick. I want Rice and Phillips not to be as slow. I want them to move it quicker. We watched last night. We watched Italy and we watched Belgium. We see how quick they move the ball. When they go, it goes bang, 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 and it's straight up into the forwards. In the games that England have played so far, it's very slow. It's a bit mundane. It's very pragmatic. I want to see quick tonight. I want to see quick. We should go. We should beat Ukraine. You know, let's not worry about. We had Lee say we always seem to worry about what other sides are doing. Let's not worry about Ukraine. Let's go out there from the off. Let's take the game to them. Let's get that quick passes in transition. Let's get Rice and Phillips on the ball. Let's get them moving it. Let's get it moving it to Mount. Let's getting it wide to Sancho and taking down the flanks, and let him be the one who can make the goals for Kane. And if that happens, then I can see us winning quite easily. It's very easy to say that, but that's what I want to see tonight. But other than that, I'm very pleased. The defence is standing there, isn't it? I was thinking the other day, why is our defence so good? I've never seen our defence as good before. But I think, like, if you've got Walker and Stones, both from Man City, and I think you've got Shaw from Maguire, both from Manchester United,
Yeah.
I think they've
The
got
best
that
two of the
good.
four.
Yeah, I think you've got that sort of combination there, and that they play with each other weeks out in the Premiership. I think that helps. I think that's why
Yeah,
our defence
big
has been
time.
so good.
Yeah.
Ukraine, Yarmolenko's in the team. He looked like he was injured the other day. They played extra time as well. Do you think this could potentially benefit England there, Nathan?
Yeah, of course. To be fair, I think they've got a few players, but again, when I've said about England, if you haven't got more than a few players, you shouldn't be able to affect the game that much. So the way I look at them is they've got one or two that I think, right, okay, if we keep them quiet, then we're going to be all right. So that's where we have to be, but we can't be complacent. It's one of them things. It doesn't matter who you're playing. It's a tournament game. If they get the first goal, it's backs against the wall, and then it's you're playing squeaky bum time football. So you want to be that team that gets ahead and then doesn't rest on it, because you've seen what happens with France as well. So it's just a thing. You've got to be on it from minute one to the end, and just treat it like we're not the favourites. We've got to treat it like that, because, like you said earlier, if everyone's thinking about this game like we've won it already, we've got Denmark next round, that's when you lose. So
yeah,
you can't be thinking like that. And none of these games can we say we're favourites. We just got to go right. Each game as it comes, let's look at what they're all about. They're dangerous here, dangerous there. Let's nullify that, and let's let our attacking players go and do their business. And only thing that, I'll speak about the rest in a sec.
Steve, where do you see Ukraine's main threat coming from for England?
They've got players, Kieran. They really have got. They have really got players. I mean, recently they beat Spain. They drew with France.
Yeah.
So come on. I mean, this is what we're just talking about. Before we came on air, we can't go into this lightly. The on their day they can beat us. No. People watching, no doubts about that whatsoever. But the players, I mean, they've got Zinchenko and Man City.
Yeah.
We all know what he can bring. He's been very good in this tournament so far.
Been a leader, isn't he?
He's like a leader. You got Stepanko, who's like the midfield general from Shakhtar Donetsk. He's someone that Rice and Phillips are going to have to keep their eye on. Going to have a good battle with him. You've got Yarmochuk from Ghent, the goal scorer. He's come up with a few in already in the group games. We all know about Yarmolenko. He's quality. One of the players of the tournament so far that
can't let him get a shot off.
What a goal as well! Yeah. So not let him score them kind of goals.
You can't let him get space.
I mean, one of the players of the tournament at the moment is their right back Karavev, and he's had an absolute fantastic. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I don't know if any of you've heard of him. I think their best player he's not getting a game at the moment. That's Malinovsky of Atlanta.
Yeah, Malinovsky's a good player.
Yeah. I mean, Chelsea were after him, Man City were after him, like in the last window. But yeah, they're we can't take these lightly. They've got some quality across their side.
And it looks like Ukraine are playing three at the back. So do you think that's a good opportunity for the likes of Jadon Sancho to exploit them holes, get in between the lines and get in between the wing backs and the centre backs there?
Yeah, that's the side that I'm looking at. I'm looking at the team, and although we've got good pace down the wings, Jadon Sancho he's not really a type of player to cross balls in. He likes to slide balls along the floor.
Yeah.
Sterling, he's not going to cross a ball in from the left either. So you got to have. That's where your Grealish is needed. You know what I mean? When he gets on it and he kind of he taunts you, and then you're trying to get close, and then he slots in Luke Shaw just at the right time, and he crosses a ball in. That's how Kane's going to get his goals, and I can't see unless I don't know how we're going to get to the byline and cut back for Harry Kane or something. I don't see how crosses are going to happen until Grealish gets on this pitch. So that's just one thing. But I hope Jadon can do a lot of things on his. It's one of them things, and it's our wingers have to be able to do things on their own. Saka, that's why it's so a Saka game. But now Jadon has to go and do that, and I think he's more of a pop it and move player. From what I've seen, so it all depends now if England can move that ball quick. Because if they can't, I don't see Sancho getting in the game as much. And then Sterling, obviously, he's the same as well. He makes them runs. You've got to find him, and I think you probably end up seeing a Grealish coming on for Mount or something like that, or you could even push Kane back a bit and put Sterling up front. Kane in just behind him, who can still get in the box. Then Grealish comes on in the left. Yeah. So I could see something like that happening if things are not moving quickly. And Bellingham can easily come on for Phillips, can't he? So you can get that a bit more fluidity there. Everything else is on point, to be fair. That's where you can add fluidity if we're not having that kind of game that we want.
Yeah, as Nathan said there, Steve, it's important that Jadon Sancho gets the ball, as is Sterling and is Kane. Where do you think that's going to come from? Because we've seen in previous games, maybe with the two defensive midfielders, it's kind of like two separate teams at points in some games. Where is Mason Mount? He's got to have the game of his life today to really be that sort of linchpin and just popping balls and being there for everyone, doesn't he?
Without a doubt, he's in that position. He's going to probably be moving around in that hole. And he's going to be the one who, we're going to be the one who we're going to be expecting to, put the ball into the channels for, even for Sancho and Sterling to run into, and also Kane, and also tonight again what we haven't seen enough is the fullbacks going down the flanks. We need to see that tonight. We haven't seen it with Shaw. We only see it in Shaw when Grealish is playing. I don't want to see it until like the last 20 minutes again, like I've seen it the last two or three games. And when Grealish comes on, Shaw seems to come to life. Now I don't know why that is. Whether he's being told don't come up because he's worried about Sterling's defensive work and he doesn't get back. I don't know. I really don't. But it's strange how Manchester United at Man United. Look, Nathan to tell you, he gets forward all the time at Manchester United, and he very rarely. But he needs to do that tonight.
I'd like to see him whip that early ball in as well to Kane, because he's got an excellent early ball. He gets it round the defenders still. Yeah. He could
Well, he
exploit
did
that.
it, didn't he? He did it.
Yeah.
He did it. He did it for. I don't know. Was it Sterling or Kane? He put it onto.
Mm.
You know, and I mean, what a cross! I mean, but we waited until like the 70th minute to see that, the 75th minute into the fourth game of the tournament.
Yeah.
Grealish for you, isn't it? It's all
Yeah.
about timing, Steve. With the
Mm.
timing, when he gets on that ball, you see how he holds on to it to the perfect time.
Mm.
There's a knack to that. Popping it quickly is one thing, but popping it when the players are moving towards you and the timing, that's what opened things up. And if you've seen, Grealish was jogging on it. And the minute he got in line, he slotted him in and he's able
Yeah.
to put it in. Sterling don't get on it and chill on it and wait for someone. And then you get it in the middle and you see he's waiting and it's a proper move. And then it's like they slow down to speed up.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
kills people. And Grealish has it down to a T. That's why he's on a different wavelength. You see it. I can see it clearly. He's one of the
Yeah.
only ones that's got that. The
Yeah.
others, they're good players in their own
Because
right.
he likes to be on the ball. I feel like sometimes Sterling's an excellent dribbler, but Grealish relishes having that ball, and he if you could say Grealish hold on to that for 90 minutes, he would.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Sterling would want to run around and make sure you don't catch him. Whereas Grealish is like, no, come here and get the ball off me.
Exactly.
Spot on, man.
It's because he wants to toy with people. He's like a street baller. He's like that.
Yeah.
He wants to come on, see what you can do. Off through your legs. See you later. Drop the shoulder. That's why we all love. That's why we all love Grealish. But on another note, Mason Mount will know that people are calling for Grealish. Mason Mount will know that people are crying out. Is this going to give him a bit of fire in his belly to show what we got? Are we going to see a screamer from Mason Mount? Are we going to see a 10 out of 10 performance from Mason Mount today to show people what he's worth?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be on him, aren't they? They're going to be on him. I mean, Mason Mount and Jadon Sancho. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I could just imagine in the first 10 minutes, someone's gone, look, just whack Sancho into the boardings or something like that. You know, give him a bit of, give him a whack, give him to, you know, because we know what Ukraine are all about. You know, they're an incredibly fit, strong football side.
Yeah,
and
a lot of pride.
And they will match us. What I want to see with Mason Mount, for him to do things, you know, it has to take the whole team as well to, you know, to help him. You know, I want to see England fall the Ukrainian side tonight. I want to see, like, I mean, again, I can't keep going back to Italy last night, where, you know, you had the central midfield players popping up in the middle in the box and scoring goals, and while they've got their eyes on Chiesa and Insigne, and all of a sudden Barella comes in from nowhere and bang, and he whacks it in the back of the net. And so it might take that, you know, they might be marked out of the game. But to go on about Mason Mount, I'm glad he's playing tonight. I think he could have the game of his life. And yeah, Kieran, if you know, you could just picture him just bending one in the top corner. But you know, I really think this, you know, the Ukraine, you know, as I keep saying, don't sort of
underestimate him.
Don't underestimate him.
Yeah. So it's time for the predictions. Nathan, what's your score predictions? Come on, give us this film script that you always give us. The start, the middle, and the end.
Well, I see it playing out like this, yeah. To be honest, yeah, from the team I can see playing there, I can see us having the upper hand, yeah, slightly having the upper hand, but we create a few chances, but we're not really creating a lot. Something special from one of those three, Sterling, Mount, and Sancho, could possibly happen in the first half. But chances are we're going to be 0-0 or 1-0 by half time. 1-0 up, I believe. Second half, it's going to kind of die down a little bit, and we're going to need that Grealish in there. I think Grealish is going to end up coming on, and I think maybe Bellingham's going to come on. But definitely, I think Grealish will come on for Mount.
Yeah.
He might be putting that hole in there. He might be put out wider. And, you know, it might be swapped over a bit. But I can see Grealish coming on. And once he comes on, the whole team's a well-oiled machine then. I think once that happens, we get more goals. Just like last game, people are going to realise Grealish needs to play all the time. He needs to start. He is the difference between Sancho having a good game and Sterling and Kane having a good game. Now it's all on Mount. I don't know whether Mount can do it to the level that Grealish can do. Everyone's talking about Mount, so let's see what he can do, and let me see with my own eyes that Mount is good enough to leave Grealish out of the team. Yeah. I don't believe he can. I don't believe he's as good as Grealish, and for that reason, I'm going with 3-1. But it will be 1-0 or 0-0 until we see that change.
All right. Steve, what are you going for?
Well, for those who watched the Czechoslovakia-Denmark preview, I predicted that Denmark would win 2-1 and that Dolberg and Stick would score. So I'm on a roll.
Love it.
I'm on a roll. So I just think it's going to be hard. I think it's going to be tough because just England, that's the way it always happens with England. I'm not going to be as precise as Nathan was.
No one is.
I'm going to go for a 1-1, and it'll go into extra time, and England will win.
I don't think I'm up for that. I'm not up for that at all.
You know it's happening.
At all.
Come on as well, this game. I'm telling you.
All right. I'm going for 2-0, but I also think it'll be tight. I think Mason Mount might score today. I don't know why. It's just something. I think he's going to hit one. He loves a shot, Mason Mount. And I think if he can find some space, he could potentially get an early goal. And I think Harry Kane will get his second goal of the tournament today. Later on, maybe possibly when Grealish comes on. So yeah, I think it will be tight. It'll be a tough game, as we know. Ukraine will be on us from the start. But yeah, I think England, they've got to win this one. They should win this one. If they don't, they've got to win this one. Big game, and yeah, any doubts we've had before, they've kind of been brushed aside by the way we've played. So yeah, 2-0 England, Harry Kane and Mason Mount.
Harry Kane 2, John Stones 1, and whoever for them, I don't know.
All right. I'll go
for Sancho and Yarmouk. Because I got the
and
right.
And then what did you say? Did you say penalties or winning extra time?
1-1. No, not penalties. They'll win it. They'll win it in extra time.
Who's scoring in extra time?
Who's scoring in extra time? In extra time, I think it'd be Kane.
All right.
He might come off if it's extra time. He'll probably be off the pitch.
He needs to be on that pitch.
Calvert Lewin comes on and bangs it in.
Calvert ain't coming on. Rashford will come
Calvert ain't coming on. Calvert ain't coming on. Is he in the squad? Is he in the squad today?
Yeah,
Calvert Lewin's in the squad.
Gets injured and Kane gets injured.
Calvert Lewin's in the squad.
And then he might come on.
Yeah. I hope that we see a lot more, not a massive amount more, but a little bit more of a attacking prowess from Calvin Phillips in the centre midfield, because I think he's got a very good range of passing, and we've not seen anywhere near what we should have so far in this tournament, except for maybe in the first game we saw a bit more of that. But I think we need to put his passing to use, especially with only Mason Mount in front of him. But should be a good game, people. Make sure you join us straight afterwards at 10 o'clock, and hopefully we'll be cheering. Because I can't picture in my head anything else. So let's bring it on. It's coming home. All right, peace out, people. It could be. There's no line in that song that said it could be. Wash your hands.
Could be.